Spider-Boy is making waves, man, across the comic world right now. So let's talk about it. I have some thoughts. Man, so Spider-Man issue number 7. Everybody's in an uproar, man. The first appearance of Spider-Boy. And there's a lot of speculation as to his origin, his history. And I don't really know if I'm buying into any of the stuff that people are really talking about, honestly, because there's people that think that this might be Paul from the Zeb Wells run right now, the Amazing Spider-Man run. And Paul is MJ's new boyfriend. I don't see the relation. I don't know. I mean, I'm not throwing anything off the table, but I just don't see how that could, tie it, especially when Spider-Boy already mentioned his name is Bailey. So I don't know, man. It's very intriguing to me because he only made like a total of like a page and a half appearance. So he gave some dialogue. One thing that kind of turned me off a little bit, I don't know if I really like him yet. And granted, like I said, we only have a small, tiny sample size of Spider-Boy right now. But first impressions, make a world of difference, right? So the way he had this little like tantrum, kind of, because nobody, he came back along with, Scarlet Spider. Peter Parker came back as the Spider-Man that we all know, and the Peter Parker, as we all know, and Spider-Woman as well. So when they all came back after Shathra was defeated and she was sent into this other realm or something, and apparently she was cleansed or something or another. So we'll see her again at some point, I'm sure. Anyway, I digress. So after all these other Spider people came back, lo and behold, nobody, everybody thought that everybody was back. And apparently not. And then Spider-Boy pops out of nowhere, and he's mad because nobody really knows or recognizes him or knows where he came from or who he is and this, that, and the other. But he claims he's been on hundreds of adventures with Peter Parker and Miles Morales and this, that, and the other. So it's like, I'm intrigued. So apparently we are going to get the origin story for Spider-Boy in Edge of Spider-Verse number 3, I believe. So, which sucks for me because I really don't care much for the Spider-Verse. Man, this really leaves me in a bind. I'm gonna just say that, man. So I think issue number 3 of Edge of Spider-Verse is gonna come out in, I want to say June or July. Man, but now I'm intrigued though. But the attitude, fine, you guys don't like me, or you don't recognize me, you don't know who I am, I'm leaving, blah blah, and it just kind of storms off like a child that don't get his way in a candy store. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know, like the personality off the first impression, I'm not digging that, but the origin story is intriguing to me, so I can't wait for that. Not entirely too, I don't hate the suit, but I don't like it either. I don't know. We'll see. I guess what I'm saying is I really want to know more about the character. Now, Dan Slott has this thing where he likes sidekicks. I hope this is not, I don't think it will be, honestly, like a Spider-Man or Miles Morales sidekick. Maybe it might work in and tie in more with Miles. Just because apparently Spider-Boy, he's coming across as a young, like teenage type person, or in that age range. Maybe early 20s, young kid. So I'm feeling like he would fit in more with Miles. So maybe I don't know, maybe that's going to work in more with him as opposed to Peter. Again, we'll see. There's just so many questions and so many unknowns about Spider-Boy right now. And everybody is just like up in arms, and they will be making, so just in case you missed out on the Spider-Boy cover, which I did, I was not even aware of this whole thing. Like, I don't think anybody on the day of release, on that new comic book day, I don't think anybody kind of thought that this was going to turn into what it has. So I didn't think anything of it. I actually seen the cover, but I passed on it because, like I said, I'm mainly a cover A kind of person, main cover person for the most part. So it just went over my head. Didn't think nothing of it when I seen it. But, you know, I don't collect things for the monetary value. I collect things or comics especially, I collect for the nostalgic value, the story behind it. And in this case, you know, it would have been cool to have that Spider-Boy cover because of the hoopla around it and everything and stuff. So it would have been cool to say, yeah, I got it. I remember when all that went down and all that stuff. So with that being said, though, there will be a reprint of the Spider-Boy cover. I believe I'll have to look up the date, because it's already been solicited. So I'll look up the date. I'll put the date here on the screen of when it's, as of right now, when it's supposed to be released. That second printing of the Spider-Boy cover of Spider-Man issue number 7. So yeah, I'm intrigued. I want more. So I just figured I'd give some thoughts on this and my viewpoint. So do I like Spider-Boy? It's up in the air, but first impressions, like I said, go a long way. First impressions are the biggest deal. And so far, the first impression I have is he's a whiny little punk that I don't know if I'm digging that kind of personality, honestly. But, you know, we'll see. So, that being said, man, please like, comment, subscribe, all of that fun stuff if you enjoy the content. Let me know what you guys think of Spider-Boy. I mean, how are you feeling about him? You know, his origin. What do you kind of, is Paul from The Amazing Spider-Man, MJ's newfound boyfriend, is he have some sort of tie-in to Bailey, or AKA Spider-Boy? I don't know. So we'll see. But let me know what you guys think about this whole Spider-Boy thing. So with that being said, you spend a lot of money on comics, so make sure you read them because they're not going to read themselves.